Now on Denver 7 News at 7 a.m. on Local 3, 2 down, 2 to go. The Avs are staying focused as they prepare to take the ice in Tampa for Game 3.
We haven't won anything yet, so our mindset's the exact same it's been all playoff.
Now, even the diehard fans aren't tempting fate.
I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to jinx anything, but they've got a good chance.
And whether you are making the trip to Tampa or just watching from home, we have team coverage this morning as the Avs get closer to lifting the Stanley Cup. Thanks for staying with us. I'm Nicole Brady.
And I'm Brian Sanders. Yes, good morning to you from Amalie Arena in Tampa, where the preparations are underway and early skates, the practice skates are about to begin. But Lisa, it is
I think he was about
40 degrees. I've had to step outside on the terrace to defrost like 3 times already this morning.
Well, you'll be doing more than defrosting this afternoon. You might just be melting there. We're looking at a high of about 93 degrees in Tampa today. High humidity, which is going to make it feel like 105, a pretty high heat index there. By 5 o'clock there in Tampa, we're going to see some mid-80s. There will be some scattered rain showers this afternoon and then some upper 70s there tonight. Take a look at our forecast here in town. A little more comfortable. We'll be right around 90 degrees for a high in Denver this afternoon. Should be pretty busy there at Ball Arena in downtown, right around Tivoli Quad for the watch parties. Upper 80s by about 6 o'clock. Sunny skies, beautiful this afternoon, and then some upper 70s this evening. So we're looking at highs here in Denver right around 90 between 4 and 5. You'll find some upper 70s in the foothills, more 60s than 70s in the mountains today. Coming up, we're going to take a look at when we could see a few more thunderstorms here in town, and I'll show you just how much cooler it's going to get this coming weekend.
And they're finally clearing up the one crash here on the Howard Franklin Bridge on that Tampa-bound side of 275 coming in from St. Pete towards Tampa. You can see all the water over there. It looks lovely, doesn't it? But there is going to be some slow traffic there for you folks here in Tampa. Take a look at the drive here in Metro Denver. I-70 right there through the tunnel. Looks pretty good for us, even though it is going to be a little pocket of slow and go traffic. Overall, as you can see on the map, it's better than average in most areas. So you see that little pocket of slowing there on I-70. 270 is also a little slow. Same thing on I-25 and I-76. But definitely better than average for us with today celebrating Juneteenth for most government offices as well as some other businesses today.
We do have some breaking news. Denver police say a woman was shot in the area over 22nd and Arapahoe Streets. She is in the hospital right now. Air Tracker 7 is live above the scene there where you can see a pretty strong police presence in the ballpark area where the shooting happened. No one has been taken into custody at this point, but we'll certainly keep you updated. Again, this is at 22nd and Arapahoe if you want to avoid that area. Earlier this morning, Air Tracker 7 flew over a house fire in Commerce City. The smoke from this was visible all across Denver, especially off I-76. This happened off of Kearney Street off East 76th or 72nd Avenue. Firefighters just updated us and say the fire is out and crews are overhauling the house right now. Well, the Avs are coming in hot to Tampa after shutting out the Lightning in Game 2 Saturday night at Ball Arena. Brian Sanders is in Tampa this morning. Christian Lopez is at Ball Arena where there will be a huge watch party tonight. So we got to send all that energy to Tampa, Brian, and keep the momentum going.
Yeah, the city has really united behind the Avalanche, and why not? I mean, they were firing on all cylinders on Saturday in Game 2, winning 7-0, the second largest shutout win defeat in Stanley Cup final history. And they're 7-0 on the road in the playoff series. So the expectations are high that maybe they can bring home the Stanley Cup when they leave Tampa on Wednesday. But Denver 7 Sports Director Lionel Bienvenu takes a look at how far they've come and how they can capitalize on Game 3.
Well, it's time to turn the page on the Stanley Cup Finals. We push aside the first 2 wins by the Avalanche. We don't think about them being up 2-0 in this series. Why? Because we got a big Game 3 to worry about on Monday night. As Coach Jared Bednar and the players told us, no looking back, only looking forward. So, these scenes from Game 2, well, we can enjoy them for just a little bit longer, can't we? All right. As we update you on Andre Burakovsky, he was hit by a puck in the hand in Game 2. He stayed back in Denver for treatment. He is expected to join the Avs in Tampa on Monday. He's listed as day-to-day. Look, this was one of the best performances in Stanley Cup Finals history. Can we expect the same thing in Game 3? Bednar said, not really. Nothing will carry over unless the Avs keep their foot on the gas.
I was really impressed with our team's performance last night. I thought they were dialed in on all aspects of our game, highly engaged and energized, and we had a good night. It was a really good night for our team, but it's 7-0, 1-0 doesn't really matter. It's one performance. We need 4 or more great performances. You're going to have a great performance to win in the Stanley Cup Finals, and we're halfway there with 2 wins, and we're going to have to play some really good hockey here forward, and we know the job's going to be that much tougher going into Tampa.
Well, this Avs team is so deep, going into Tampa is really not a problem, is it? They're undefeated on the road in the playoffs, the Avs. I mean, everybody can score. Val Nichushkin, the choo-choo train, K.O. Makar, the finisher, the punisher. The place was on fire, but now, again, the series switches to Tampa. Eric Johnson and Mikko Rantanen told us they expect a better effort from the Lightning on their home ice.
We know they're a lot better team at home than they're on the road, so we expect to get their best games here in 3 and 4. So from our standpoint, nothing changes. Our mindset's been the same all year long, all playoff long. So what are we confident about? We haven't won anything yet. So our mindset's the exact same. It's been all playoff.
They're a better team at home, and we know they're going to come with their probably best game of the playoffs in Game 3. So we got to be ready for that. But, we don't have to change a lot. We just have to stay mentally focused and just go at it.
Yeah, Lightning are still the 2-time defending Stanley Cup champions as the Zambonis are back out on the ice and getting the arena ready for the skate around later this morning. Of course, the Avs run has united the city of Denver. We saw loud crowds at Ball Arena and huge watch parties at Tivoli Quad and McGregor Square. And there's a big watch party at Ball Arena tonight. Denver 7's Christian Lopez joins us with a look at a watch party that will make you feel like you're at the game.
Yeah, Brian, it's quiet and empty here right now, but in just a few hours, this place will be packed with fans. And there are plenty of options when it comes to watching that game tonight. We know that those watch parties at Tivoli Quad, they've been a big success, and they saw around 10,000 people this weekend. Now Ball Arena will also be hosting its own watch parties. And if you're trying to figure out which one you want to go to tonight, here's what you need to know. The watch party at Tivoli Quad, that one starts at 4 this afternoon, and it's free. It's outdoors, and it features large screens where you can watch the game. They also have food trucks on site and a chance to win some cool autographed items. And if you want to go to the Ball Arena watch party, those doors open at 5 p.m. today. That one will cost you $20 to get in, and that money goes to Kroenke Sports Charities. The game will be shown on the Ball Arena board. They will have concession stands and parking will be free. One thing is for sure, though, no matter where you choose to watch it, we can expect fans to bring that same energy they did during the first 2 games.
21 years since we had the Cup here in Denver. The city has been electric. The energy from the players have got the city cranking as you look around town. It's all Avs all the time, and it is super exciting time to be a part of this.
And Ball Arena will also host a watch party on Wednesday for Game 4, and you can find those tickets on Ticketmaster. Live in Denver this morning, I'm Christian Lopez, Denver 7.
Yeah. Well, it's a little early here yet, but we are looking forward to catching up with some Avs fans a little bit later today as part of our Denver 7 Avs team coverage. Nicole, let's send it back to you in the studio for now.
Well, and Brian, you probably are feeling the effects of the lower altitude in Tampa this morning. The Lightning probably felt the impact of the high altitude in Denver, but even as they return to their home ice closer to sea level now, the Avs will still have an advantage having trained at our mile-high elevation.
When we're at altitude with the lower partial pressure of oxygen or less oxygen in the air, then our bodies have to adapt to that. So we make more red blood cells. The red blood cells carry more oxygen, and then that delivers it from our lungs to our working muscles. So when we go down to sea level, we have a lot of extra red blood cells and oxygen carrying capacity.
And the impact varies from athlete to athlete, but she said the advantage could last a couple of weeks, certainly enough to get us through games 3 and 4. Stick with Denver 7 throughout the day for all your Avs coverage. Our pregame show starts at 5:30 p.m. with Ann Trujillo live at Amalie Arena. Puck drops at 6, and then stick with us for our postgame coverage and Denver 7 news at 10. Flight delays and cancellations are piling up across the country again today. We just checked, and FlightAware in and out of DIA shows there are 3 cancellations and 60 delays right now. Not as bad as it was over the weekend, though, across the country. ABC's Faith Abube is in Washington with more.
This morning, more flights grounded across the U.S., but so far, an improvement from a weekend of travel troubles. Thousands of panicked passengers spending the Father's Day and Juneteenth weekend stuck at airports from New York City to Salt Lake City.
It's frustrating. It makes me feel powerless. I've been stuck in an airport basically for 2 days.
The airline woes forcing some travelers to miss family celebrations like weddings and baby showers.
They were just upset. They were panicking. A lot of people were crying.
Since Friday, about 3,000 flights have been canceled due to bad weather, mixed in with the existing problems of airline staffing shortages and high travel demand. United grounding dozens of flights, Delta seeing the worst of it, canceling more than 200 flights Sunday alone. Concern growing as vacation season heats up and the nation inches closer to the busy 4th of July holiday weekend. Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg putting pressure on airlines to address issues, including hiring more staff. Buttigieg also warning that the U.S. government could take enforcement actions against airlines that fail to adhere to consumer protection standards.
We are doing everything we can, including trying to get in touch earlier and more often with our passengers, and then again trying to hire people back and get more people on the job.
Analysts predict travel issues will likely continue through the summer and possibly into next year because these things take time to address. One analyst putting it bluntly, saying, quote, "The summer of 2022 is going to be travel hell." In Washington, Faith Abube, ABC News.
Coming up, a new warning from the Better Business Bureau if you're shopping for Avs gear. And Denver's mayor is getting in on the betting action, the wager he has made with Tampa's mayor.